angry, 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 Aussie, 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 angry, 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 Aussie, 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 angry, 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 angry.
Shazam, y'all. Okay, it's a Thursday night. It's the last day of June, halfway through the year. That's not good. I feel like I'm going to say that many times this stream. It is not cool that the year's half over. And hello, Megaleech. Cheers to you, sir. My rum old-fashioned, barrel-aged, because I'm a classy motherfucker. Oh, yes, I am. So, that's what I'm starting tonight with. Did say in the stream description I'd be drinking my clarified Mai Tai, and I will be drinking that. More rum. Don't know, rum kind of night, rum and uncanny. And we'll just soldier on through whatever the night may bring. And we shall see what happens. Because I don't have to go to work tomorrow. So I can stay up a bit late. I'm not planning to go super late. But, I might go past 10, like normally I do 10 o'clock on a Thursday night. Might go late because I can. Well, of course, I always could. There's just less repercussions to me going late tonight. Ooh, Threefold Distilling offering discounts. And Steve the bartender doing pre-orders for his book, which is pretty cool. Ha! Sorry, I just thought, did anything fun happen in the news? John Barilaro quit the New York trade roll because it was super fucking obviously far too similar to what you might call corruption. It's one of those things that even if there was an exhaustive search and he was the best person for the job, it would still look like corruption. I haven't seen anyone with a straight face try to say there was an exhaustive search and he was the right person for the job. A lot of people said things very unlike that, that made it seem even more like corruption. But I guess it all goes away now because he's withdrawing from the role. It's just like, fucking hell, it's like he's going, yeah, I've retired. Oh, look, I've got this plum job. Woo! Oh, no. People think I suck and I shouldn't have it. Oh, no. Yeah. It's a shit show is what it is, quite honestly. So I was going to say, why do I have Facebook here? Oh, yeah, because I wanted that picture from Facebook. So yes, okay. Well, I just did my standard. Is there anything in the news? That was an excellent bit of things. Find in the news. Barilaro withdrew from the job. Penny Wong visited her hometown in Malaysia. There you go. Lots of weird things. So, anything else? Ooh, here's a fun one. Someone doing predictions on Bitcoin, etc. Ethereum looks probable to rise. Yeah, no. If you haven't worked out yet that thanks, Bum Fungus. I think that is I think that is a greeting I can get behind, you Dumbledore-looking bastard. I'm completely on board with that. Yes, end of financial year. Gonna have to talk to my accountant. Because, among other reasons, end of financial year, but also looks like I'm switching from a contract role to a permanent role. The big turn up for the books. And that's largely because I'm old and want to slide into a cushy retirement. And they're constantly having to get a new contract every 6-12 months or so. It's just a bit stressful. Just a bit. Been doing it for 20 years. And I don't know, I just found the right environment where I have the right skill set to, make a difference, as they say. And it was worth offering me a permanent role. And so I took it. It's funny the way life goes. I would not have predicted this, but here we are. Here we are. So that's what it's looking like now. But yes, so then I have to talk to my accountant about the implications of that and what I should do with my company, because I have a company that I set up to be a contractor, and I've had that going for 20 years. So I don't just want to dump that, and I'm sure my accountant will say, no, don't just dump that. There's some value in that. But we shall see how that goes. So I'm really enjoying this. This is my, for those who come in late, my barrel-aged rum old-fashioned. Oh yeah, no, bum fungus, tax dodgers. It's all going to be tax dodgers. Ah, Abigail's back in monitor heaven. Such a relief. I am sure it is. A company based in Luxembourg. Well, I've had a company based in Australia for 20 years. I've been fine. I'm not rich enough to be a criminal. And that's what they are. The tax dodgers, the ones who use the offshore havens and blah, 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 blah. They're fucking criminals, just by the letter of the law. Certainly morally as well. Scumbags. And the only reason I am not one of those is because I have high moral standards. It isn't that I don't have enough money to do that stuff. Perish the thought. It's my high moral standards. Icy Saracen smashing a pint of VB. Enjoy that, my friend. Enjoy that. Good question, Bum Fungus. The super rich do not get super rich without criminality. Certainly, in terms of industrial laws, breaking industrial laws, they do not get rich without exploiting people. And you don't get super rich without breaking a shit ton of laws or buying off politicians so laws change. I think you can become rich without being a criminal. You cannot become super rich without being a criminal. You cannot become super rich without being an utter piece of shit who exploits people. Oh no. Dr. Abigail has to feed giant cat. It's a really giant cat. It's a very large cat. Big. And still very young, so still growing, you know. Those weird genetic lotteries when you just get a kitten from a moggy. And it's like, oh, look, it's just a little patchwork. And then turns out Maine Coon genetics came through in a big way. It's funny how that happens with just, you know, bits and pieces kittens. Sorry, I just thought oh no, yeah, no, the door is open. Okay. Okay, yeah, no, I thought I saw something weird, and it was because the door was open. Yeah, like Shadow looks like a Russian blue, which is an expensive breed of cat, but she was just, you know, from a brood of kittens from a moggy. And yes, sorry, Bum Fungus, that's a whole thing. The super rich buy politicians and buy the legal system. So the things they are doing, while still incredibly egregious, are no longer crimes, which is pretty evil and fucked up, quite honestly. When the revolution comes up against the wall. Yes, it's a travesty, the world we live in, basically. And I don't know how long it can continue the way it is. Hello, Mimsy. What are you doing? Being trouble? So,
Do you have any, like,
what?
pieces of cardboard? Is that a piece of cardboard?
It's a pizza box. It's made of cardboard. Had pizza for dinner. It was good. It's like a little project afoot there for which cardboard was required. Lucky, I had some handy. So the friggin' recycling bin is full of high quality cardboard because I had several booze deliveries this week. And so I've broken down the boxes they came in and they're in the recycling bin. So they'll all be good quality. I've still got one of them here. Not boxes, but the booze. This is super yummy. Bricks Citrus Got Real. It's a special flavored rum they make, or white cane spirit because it's not aged. Blood orange, almond, cardamom, orris root, Szechuan pepper, native pepperberry. That's 38% alcohol, and they only made 1,000 bottles of it. And I got one of them because I couldn't resist. Because they do that once a year, and I got last year's. Super yum, and that is also very good. Just like so drinkable, like it tastes like a cocktail straight out of the bottle. And considering 38% alcohol, it's a very strong cocktail. Most cocktails are, even strong cocktails tend to be more like 20% alcohol. Yeah, there are exceptions, like an old-fashioned, which is usually around that, like 35% alcohol at least. Yeah, there are a bunch of cocktails that are all booze: a Manhattan, a martini, and so yeah, depending what the mix is, they can be over 30%. Dr. Abigail, feeding yourself, including with chocolate mousse. I had a Magnum ice cream, one of their limited edition ones, New York style chocolate cheesecake. Was very yummy. Was also half price in the supermarket. That like dictates a significant number of my meals and certainly a significant number of my treats. What was on sale at the supermarket? I mean, obviously, if there's just something I want to get, I'm going to get it. But the majority of the time, I go to the supermarket. I've got some basics in mind. I need to get these basic things while I'm here. And that's just like, is there something on special? I'm looking for inspiration for meals. Is there something on special? And it's just like, oh yeah, look at that. That looks interesting, and it's on special. I'll buy that, and that's now a meal. So, the angry style of shopping. Yeah. So, yes, that's why I had that particular dessert tonight. I did lash out on the pizza. It wasn't cheap pizza. There's a bit more of a boutique-y wood fire pizza place not far away. And very good, though. Very good. And yeah, why not lash out every now and then? It was our Thursday night takeaway. For some reason, became a tradition with me and the offspring that Thursday night's takeaway night. And tonight, wood-fired pizza was the go. Kind of spoiled, you go within a suburb or two. So, 20 minutes. And there's like everything. Like bougie burger places, pizza places, the whole spectrum of Asian foods. And I mean like really good quality, everything, Korean, Malaysian, Japanese, Chinese, Vietnamese, all of these things made by people from those countries, the legit stuff. And there's a Mexican that's made by Mexican people, which is very good too. All righty. So where are we? 20 minutes in. And I finished my old-fashioned, which was probably a double because I just free-poured it. I was doing a taste video, which I'll edit and upload tomorrow or maybe Saturday. Laughed in inner city. Oh yeah, I know where you are, Abigail. I think for the suburbs, I'm doing really well. Yeah, for where you are, it's an astonishing concentration of the same spectrum of stuff. Yeah, for me, I go around a suburb or two. But yes, for you, it's little walkies to all these amazing things. Difference between the suburbs and the inner city. At least I'm the inner suburbs. I lived in the outer suburbs for a while. They fucking suck. Oh yeah, no, this is, but it's good. It's still inner suburbs. I used to live like out, Sunshine and fucking St Albans. It fucking sucks. For so many reasons. So yeah. Dr. Abigail, I meant to drop you a note on Discord about about the silly topic we were already discussing on Discord, I came up with an idea for a joke. And yes, I don't want to explain it here. And also, I don't want to start typing stuff and being distracted in Discord during the stream. So, yes, I'll try and remember to drop you a line tomorrow. Actually, speaking of nothing in particular, still a birthday party on Saturday night, Dr. Abigail? Also a thing we should discuss. Talk about on Saturday. Goodo. And we could talk about the details of Saturday on Discord as well. Looking forward to it. Well, I might try. I bought an añejo tequila. Ooh, good. Nettie as well for birthday drinks in the stream. Yes. So I'm probably going, because Saturday night might go woo. So tomorrow night is probably going to be, tonight's probably going to be longer than tomorrow night. Because if we're going to have a big night on Saturday night, I need to get sufficient sleep. So I'm not going to stay up late on Friday night. Hey, this guy. You watched your video for years on 2 times, so adjusting to how I really sound. Okay. Yeah, no, that would be weird. That would be weird if you got used to that and in your head that was how I sounded. I could see that being weird. Ooh, neat. You're doing a drag king tomorrow night. Excellent fun. Yeah. So, yeah, tonight's probably going to be longer than tomorrow night. I don't know what I'm doing tonight. It's all, I'll let the spirit move me tonight because I'm not working tomorrow. So I'm here for a bit and I can sleep in. Well, that's the thing. I am naturally slow. So if 80s guy was running me at double speed, thought I was normal. Now he knows I'm not. Say the. Yeah. All right. I'm going to try my milk clarified Mai Tai. For a second, I forgot what it was. Because I've been thinking of doing the same thing, but with a pina colada, which is probably my favorite ever clarified drink. And I clarify it with coconut milk rather than dairy milk. For that real pina colada flavor. And I'm maybe going to make that tomorrow. Hey, this guy, popping your bubble. I think there's a line in that. Right. I think like this tiki drinks. It's all just just put a bunch of rums and a bunch of fruit juices in. How does Difford reckon you make a pina colada? White rum, cachaça, pineapple juice, cream of coconut, lime juice, single cream, sea lime. It's an almond pina colada. White cane Disaronno. That's a weird one. Champagne pina colada. Ramo Agricole. Yeah, it was champagne. Of course. I guess that was kind of predictable, really. And they call it a champagne pina colada. Okay, Puerto Rican style. White rum, pineapple juice cream, so that's much simpler. Cuban style. white rum, pineapple juice, lime juice. Yeah. '80s guy. Oh, people put pina coladas. People put cream, dairy cream in pina coladas. I'm talking about a milk clarified thing. See, this is a milk clarified Mai Tai made with dark rum, but you can see it's perfectly clear and it's very light yellow. It's a whole process where you put the stuff in milk or something with fat content and it curdles, and then you use those curds to filter and clarify the drink, and you get this brilliant clear thing. It's commonly called milk punch or milk clarification, and dairy milk's the most common thing used. But you can use all the nut milks if they have at least 3% fat content. But you can use coconut milk because that has quite high fat content. And so you get a drink that's got some acidity in it, and that curdles the milk, and then you put it through a strainer and you get this fantastic end result. So normally I do milk clarification with dairy milk because it's easiest. But for some of the tropical drinks, particularly the pina colada, I like to do it with coconut milk because you're getting all that great coconutty flavor that way. Dr. Abigail, going to your brother's place for a couple of days. Oh, new baby. And you're crocheting baby things. That's very cute. I hope the new baby's doing well. Oh my God. Just the radical difference between the two drinks. The rum old fashioned, very dark and earthy. Now this clarified Mai Tai, which is very acidic and fruity. What will we have? I think I'll have water next, to be perfectly honest. Show a little bit of responsibility. And am I making martini? I actually got an añejo tequila, which is the aged tequila, for the first time because I had a drink in a bar recently that had añejo tequila, and I want to try to recreate it. And so I found a decent brand that was on special, and so I might make something with it tonight. Hey, this guy needs drink. Well, you know, drinking's good. That's why I do the streams, so I'm not drinking alone. There was actually a term coined right at the start of COVID, right when lockdowns started to happen, coined in Japan. It's called onnomi, which was online drinking. It's basically you can't go out and be with your friends, but you all get online together and share a drink. So I've been doing onnomi multiple nights a week, like 4 or 5 nights a week. Yikes. For over 2 years now. So don't worry. Sometimes I go out and drink too. Also, sometimes I stay home and don't drink. Just throwing it out there. That's a thing. That's a thing. I don't drink as a matter of course every day. It gets to one of those things where it feels like I'm blaming everyone on the stream. I drink on streams. I'm much less likely to drink if I'm not on a stream. Not that that's anyone on the stream's fault except mine. But yeah. And as I have commented before, but not for a while, so the first 6 months of COVID, I was drinking too much on the streams. I cut it way back after I kind of realized, I am drinking too much. And I cut it back by about half. So, except for Friday nights, they're still. Actually, Tuesday, I got, Jesus Christ, on Tuesday, I was almost as drunk as I tend to get on Fridays. That was very unusual for a Tuesday night. Just the mood I was in for some reason. Didn't have a hangover, wasn't sick, any of those things. But it was more than I would normally drink on a Tuesday night. Just one of those things. I've already got a premeditated thing of drinking here. Ages guy, no judging, thank you. Have to drink with you. Yes, we know the people who waste it all the time only think they're bright. Yeah. I tell you what, the other thing that COVID did was turn me into a huge supporter of small business, aka buying heaps of booze, mostly from independent distillers. By far more from independent distillers now than I did pre-COVID. And I mean, like, way more. And that's all Kirsten as well. If she was here, she would happily take credit for enlightening me to the world of independent distillers and encouraging me to buy from independent distillers. So yes, I'm a patriot. Look, the word hero gets thrown about too often, but if someone were to call me a hero, I'd probably just quietly and in a dignified way accept the accolade. So, Dr. Abigail, you drink more regularly thanks to so many of us do. Still go through a bottle of booze over a couple of months, really only drink here for the weekend or so, which is fair. Maddie, hello. I am doing fine, and I hope you're doing fine. And yes, although I do wear capes sometimes, so, don't even want to think about, well, actually, I don't mind thinking about how much money I've spent on local distillers in the last 2 years. It's a lot. It's a lot. But, it's all in a good cause. 2 good causes. Supporting small business and getting me drunk. Also getting other people drunk from time to time as well. I am a generous host. Oh, now I have to think about what to bring for a party. Actually, probably don't have to think too hard. I think I already know. Got some bottled stuff, so I don't have to mix anything. Pre-mixed, pre-batched, all that sort of good stuff. Hey, Sky, if I'm wearing a cape, I'm wearing the angry mask. Oh, yeah. Yes. That would definitely be the mask would be part of my superhero costume. Absolutely. Yeah, Dr. Abigail, I don't think I can. Yeah, I don't know if I was monetizing my YouTube channel. Maybe I could. I also, just not wanting to attract the tax department's attention of, dang, there's suddenly going to say, hey, why is this guy spending so much money on booze and then trying to claim it? Because you really don't want to get investigated by the tax department. Because, yeah, they could be pretty nasty. Okay. Yeah. bum fungus. I just, worry their audits involve anal probes, basically. You absolutely don't want to get in the crosshairs of the tax department. I have actually owed them money multiple times over the last decade or two, but I always paid them back. And weirdly, if you end up behind with them, it's less of a drama if you've already done that once before, but you did pay them off. And then you go like, yeah, okay, shit happened in a bad situation. It's going to take me a while to pay you back what I owe you. But look, I paid it off before. And they go, yeah, I guess so. All right. And pay it off. And fortunately, that hasn't happened for quite a few years. And since the last time, and that was tied up in a YouTube thing. So, do you make lots of money off YouTube? No, I lost lots of money on YouTube because of various bits of fuckery. So ages ago, I did that as a professional entertainer USA, attaching research to it. Ages ago, I think if it was specifically about my business, I could claim it, but I'm not sort of monetizing the YouTube stuff. And yeah, broadly speaking, Dr. Abigail, I've also found people at ATO to be quite amicable. In fact, all you have to do is be vaguely decent to him and go, and they'll be really friendly because they have to deal with angry people all the fucking time. So if you're not angry, if you're reasonable and amenable, then they're usually really happy to talk to you and help you out, usually. And I also have a good accountant who used to work for the ATO, actually. And so he'll always talk to him if I need it. Did I say ASIO? No, I just slurred saying ATO. And no, I'd very much prefer to not have dealings with ASIO or the cops or anything like that. Because that's a whole thing right there. And don't really want that short of questioning. Yes. That's the official channel slogan, Bum Fungus. Cops are tops. That was a sticker they're giving out to school kids. Not sure how long ago. Was it that long ago that I was at school? Or they still do it? No. Oh. Don't worry, that doesn't mean I'm tired. It just means I'm yawning. But it can be troublesome because sometimes if I yawn once, then I yawn heaps. But we'll struggle. I'm going to have some water. Yeah. Come on. Yeah, see, ages ago, cops are also bottoms. We don't judge. Well, unless no, I'm not even going to go there with cops actually. And yes, cops are in fact people, and I also think cops are humans magnified. Cops are people magnified. It's like some people are good and some people are bad. And some people are attracted to being a cop because they're good and they want to do good and they can do an outsized amount of good. And some people are attracted to being a cop because they're bad and they like the idea of power. And when they are bad cops, that's very, very bad. I'm going to say people. I just kind of think they're people magnified. Ooh, and this isn't a good one. Word of the wise, child support agency. Most customer support friendly government agency you've had to deal with. Cool. Yeah, well, see, here's the problem is the 80s guy. I agree with you. The higher the authority, the higher the accountability should be. I just have concerns that the higher the authority, the less the accountability is. Uh, Politicians spring to mind, and I mean of any persuasion. They are essentially not to be trusted. Uh, so, um, yes, Bumfungus, who watches the Watchmen? And there is, of course, police to police the police. And, internal affairs, anti-corruption units, all these sorts of things. How effective they are, that's an entire other thing. I think that's a good way to put it, Dr. Abigail. Power amplifies your attributes for better or worse. And the trouble is, I think far too many people who seek power are the least worthy of it. And it's almost like the less worthy they are, the more aggressively they pursue power and the more violently they exert power when they get it. It's when you look at evidence, it's very hard to see people who aren't subverted by it. I'm yawning again. Oh, I've been suppressing that for about a minute or so, but it would not be denied. It's kind of like, was it the Spider-Man line? With great power comes great responsibility. I just loved how that was turned around in Clerks to the tagline, with no power comes no responsibility. So the guys just working their service jobs are just fuck ups because they don't care, because they have no authority, they have no power, so they give no shits. And as the saying goes, power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. Heine had a fantastically sexy voiced encounter on Centrelink. Some people do have very good phone voices. And I'm glad you restrained yourself for creeping out someone who was just doing their job. But yes, some people are just very good on the phone. Christ, I'm going to... Okay, I really hope this little yawning thing is a passing phase and goes away. It's only 8:44. I was hoping to keep it going for quite a while. Did anything else interesting happen? Oh yeah, East Coast is going to get lots of rain. Let's see. Review into COVID-19 vaccine and treatment supply launched by federal government. Oh, does that mean current federal government investigating previous federal government? That ought to be fun. Oh, right. Okay. Oops, sorry, I just clicked on the wrong thing on my computer. The 80s guy. The reverse of power, and the excuse is sophistry, the no responsibility thing. Those that claim that plan a rogue power grab usually criminal. It's essentially extremely difficult to trust someone who wants power. God, I can't stop yawning. Oh, what's that about? I'm not even that tired. I got a proper night's sleep. I didn't feel tired all during the day. Now I just got this uncontrollable yawning phase. Oh yeah. Oh, it's yeah. You say that saying power corrupts requires more subtlety. Yeah, it is not a very subtle saying. It's an absolutism. There's uh oh, I'm trying to think of the exact wording, and it's attributed to a famous philosophy. For God, I can't stop yawning. Um, uh, a famous philosopher like Voltaire or someone, and it's basically saying all absolute statements are false, including this one, which I think was funny. I'm going to see if I can find it. How good's my Google foo? All absolute statements are false, including this one. Oh, what's this? No, that was a bad search. Although, what's this one? The Epimenides paradox. Problem with self-reference in logic. He was a Cretan philosopher. Oh, okay, yeah. He said all Cretans are liars, and he was a Cretan, so he was lying. But that means then that all Cretans aren't liars because he told the truth. Yeah. Because that all falls down because he doesn't say all Cretans lie all the time and only a Sith deals in absolutes, which is an absolute statement, which is hilarious. Yes, a sophistry origin. But yeah, I think that was his idea of a joke. Was the Doctor Who version? John Pertwee says it to confuse a computer. If I told you the next thing I say will be a lie, but the last thing I said was true, would you believe me? Yes. If you're not male, you are female. Only a cis deals in absolutes. Sorry, now from the yawning, I have to blow my nose, and I'll have the dignity to do that off camera. It's not really snotty; it's just runny, so it's not too gross. Just thought I'd spare you the grossness of me blowing my nose on camera. I've got some standards, not many, and they are not high, but I have some standards. So, that's it. All generalizations are false, including this one. Now, okay, I'm seeing this being attributed to Mark Twain. All generalizations are false, including this one, and which I love. So, my personal favorite quote that no one really knows who coined it, and so it gets attributed to anyone and everyone, is good artists copy, great artists steal. It's most commonly attributed to Pablo Picasso, but not solely to him. But so I just love the fact that a bon mot about stealing an idea, it's not clear who came up with the idea, so different people claim it, which is, I don't know, just appeals to my sense of humor, sense of the absurd. Right. Is angry about to have the drink that tips him over the edge? Let's find out. Do I want to have a martini? Probably. Wait, maybe I want to mix a drink. Because I saw a very interesting one. The Difford's Guide had, I think, 8 cocktails. Challenge how whiskey is enjoyed. Some very different whiskey, and they're all Glenlivet 20-year-old. It's actually an advertising thing. This one, whiskey, raspberries, coconut rum, and Campari. A Dramble, whiskey, creme de mure, lemon and sugar. This is what I wanted. Death and taxes. End of the financial year. It's the perfect drink for the end of the financial year. Whiskey, gin, Punt de Mez, Benedictine, and bitters. Sounds great to me. So, I want a mixing glass and some ice. And Gaz Regan's finger. I mean, I could do that. I just feel like being fancy. I'm going to have it served up. Ooh, this is me trying to think, do I want to have a lot of glasses dirty tonight that I have to put in the dishwasher? Yeah, you know what? I'm going to live. I'm going to have my drinks in different glasses. Oh, Safa's having router issues. It's made you late. Oh, I hope it stops playing up on you, man. Just going to get the Gaz Regan's finger. It should be here. Yes. I'm going to go over here, get my stirring glass and strainer, and fuck me sideways. What was that? Nice little glass. Nice little glass. We'll put it in a coupe. Maybe I'll put the coupe in the freezer while I prepare it. I just have to decide what whiskey to use. You go in there. Okay, I think I've definitely broken a bone in this thing. Just, changing the topic of conversation. I think I've broken a bone in that finger. Obviously not badly, because I'm not screaming in pain. Because I am a colossal wuss, and I'd be screaming in pain if it was bad. But, okay, what gin? Patient Wolf Summertime, I think. Summertime, and the living is easy. Fish are jumping, and cotton is high. Jordan is rich, and Jemima's good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. I don't know why I'm singing, because I'm not a good singer. But I'm almost out of Benedictine. I'm going to have to go and get some Benedictine. I think that's everything. Where's the orange bitters? Just there. Okay. We are set. Oh, I need my jigger. Shazam, y'all. Oh, okay. Settling. Yes, Dr. Abigail, I knew you'd like that first entry in the Angry Bingo tonight. Gaz Regan's fingers come out. 1, 1, 3/4, 1. Okay. Very different to a Scotch whiskey. My newest whiskey, Starboard Small Batch, Sticky Toffee Apple. Hey, Salumi. Happy Thursday to you too, and I'm fine. Is it Jigga take a drink as well, is it? Well, quite apt as those things come out when I'm making a drink. Ugh. When I say, where's my jiggers at? Patient wolf, summertime gin. That's why I was singing Summertime. I was thinking, of all the things I could be singing, why was I singing that? My subconscious has far more control over my behavior than my conscious. Safa, does it actually taste like sticky pudding? No, it's not sticky pudding. It's sticky toffee apple. It has quite definite apple flavor. You know what it tastes? It tastes to me like flavored rock candy. It's that sort of sweet, which I guess is what toffee apple is. Toffee apple is an apple dipped in sugar, toffee or caramel or both or whatevs. And I did make an old fashioned with this and a bit of apple syrup I'd made, and that super brought out the apple flavors. Like it was really fucking good. It was really good. All right. Puntamez. The Puntamez. As I've said, I don't usually do shots. I'm a boring stick in the mud that way. I don't encourage shots. I mean, I encourage really fucking strong cocktails that you then sip. But I'm not really big on shots. Dr. Abel, sitting alone, all your PC monitors, 2 cats. So good. Okay. All right. That is all the ingredients. I just need some ice. Ice baby. Oh, this is a very aromatic drink, and I'm dropping ice on the floor, which is going to melt and leave puddles on slick tiles, and I'll fall over and kill myself. All right, so a bit of ice ASMR now. This is all booze, so we need to stir it a bit. Chill it and dilute it. I don't know, about 20 seconds, maybe 30 seconds. Okay, that's very interesting. Okay. There's my glass. There's my glasses. All right. Dr. Abigail is in introvert heaven. Oh, get every last little drop. There we go. You know what? I think I'm going to put my garnishes in here. Put a bit of orange peel in there. And my cherry. So nothing is certain in this life but death and taxes. That is my type of drink. That is yummy. No, that is quite good. It's not often you get a drink that's a split of whiskey and gin. That is an unusual pairing. So I quite like how that works. And of course, there are so many different whiskeys and so many different gins. You could have an infinite variety. Yum. So this thing's got essentially Punta Mez. It's described as a full-bodied vermouth, an aperitivo. So it's a bitter. It's not very bitter, but it's a slightly bitter aromatized wine. Yes, Dr. Abigail, I do know the picture you are talking about. Let me see something. I think I have it handy here. There you go. I just sent it to you. It's a terrible photo. And by terrible, I mean hilarious. Optical Turkey, hello to you. Just trying to think. Backgrounds. Oh, they have background music I can play during the stream. There's one called Feeding the Ducks that Abigail should like. I'm going to play it. Okay, that's weird. How is that feeding ducks? Stop that. All right. This is me exploring things. Also, yes, Dr. Abigail, did you know that StreamYard's logo is a duck? Dr. Abigail likes ducks, and what's wrong with that? So that's the picture Dr. Abigail was talking. That's over 10 years old, that photo. Oh my God, that is such a stylish photo. I wasn't even as drunk as that makes me look. But yes, that was taken by my good friend Corey, Mr. Safety Williams, at a YouTube meetup in Melbourne, and he could tell I was a bit drunk, and I was doing that thing where anyone who's watched the streams know I do, where I hold forth and I'm going, and a thing. And anyone who's got experience with photography or video or flash photography will know when someone's being really expressive, a freeze or like a flash photo stands a very good chance of getting them in an awkward looking pose. And because I was, holding forth and going, and another thing with and he took a photo of me, and I kind of knew exactly why he did it because he's got another photo taken just after that's me pointing, going, "Hey, you stop it." But yeah, he did that on purpose. That wasn't blind luck. He's like, "Oh, look at the way he's holding forth. I'll probably get a really great shot if I do a flash photo here." And it was. It's a very good photo. Love that photo. I really like this drink. This is such a good drink, and you can do either subtle or radical changes to it by choosing different whiskies and different gins. I think I could spend like a whole night experimenting with this drink, just trying a different whiskey paired with a different gin, coming up with the ultimate version. Because I have a lot of whiskies and a lot of gins, so I could amuse myself for quite a while, just trying to dial in the perfectly matched whiskey and gin. Ooh, Optical Turkey, Talisker 10-year-old. Become more pricey after the. I think that's the one I've got. I've got like one Scotch whiskey over here. I think it's Talisker 10-year-old. Here we go. Talisker 10-year-old. Single malt Scotch whiskey. Which I got because it was on a really good special at Dan Murphy's. I think it was like $30 off. And I thought, well, okay, I need one Scotch in the collection. And that seems like a good one, and it's at a really good price. I've got one Scotch and one Irish whiskey, one bourbon, one American rye, and one American single malt, and then, I don't know, 6 to 10 Australian whiskies. Ooh, Lime Burners, Tasmanian gin whiskey. I don't have any Lime Burners. I have tried it. It's very nice. Yep. No, the more I have this one, Death and Taxes. God, I might even do that tonight. Just continue to experiment. I might make it again with a different whiskey and a different gin. God damn, it is good. It's really interesting. That could be my little project for tonight. To mark the end of the financial year, Death and Taxes. Oofed. It's pretty nice. And it's better than nice, it's interesting. Oh, is Lime Burners... Oh, Western Australia. Lime Burner is Western Australia? Sorry, I was getting confused. And when I say confused, I mean outside of my area of expertise. I think you can get Lime Burners at Dan's. Okay, this is one of those ones where it's like each time I have a sip, every sip is like, damn, this is a really good drink. All right, this has real scope. And because you could really mess with... Okay, the Punta Mez is good. You could put a bit... I mean, instead of Benedictine... I have finished my Benedictine, actually. I think I might. I was going to say, you could try a different herbal liquor. You'd use a green chartreuse. Try this with green chartreuse. And Punta Mez is good. What's the other one? Fernet. Could do a little bit of Fernet Branca. Fernet Branca is an incredibly strongly flavored sort of vermouth aperitivo. It's got almost menthol flavors in it. They've just gone mad with the herbs and aromatics in Fernet Branca. And it's very popular with bartenders. I thought it was just a Melbourne thing, but I found out it's a kind of global thing. Bartenders doing shots of Fernet or making drinks with a lot of Fernet, which is the vast majority of people tasting it. What the fuck is that? They make a sour with it. It's called an industry sour because customers don't like it. Just people in the industry do because they got jaded palates or something. So they need something that really kicks you in the head. Again, not with alcohol content, just with the strength of the flavors. But man, you could really tweak this drink. Come up with a riff on it. Fennel or Fernet? It's Fernet. And there's actually two types. There's Fernet Branca and there's Branca Menta, which is even more. Actually, I think Fernet is not a protected name. Fernet Branca is, but I think a few different distillers make a Fernet. And that's just basically a very herbal, very strongly flavored. But a little bit of it in a cocktail is very good. So I'm thinking you could probably split the Punta Mez with a bit of Fernet as well. And then are you kind of falling into is this now falling into trying too hard territory? I mean, like I'd even experiment with, because this is 3/4 of an ounce of Punta Mez and 1/4 ounce of Dom Benedictine. I was thinking of a version where you do 3/4 of an ounce of sweet vermouth, which is a bit simpler, a bit more straightforward, but then 1/4 ounce of Fernet Branca. Oof. Man, this one's got me thinking. But the big ones is the whiskey and gin combo. Yeah, no, I'm doing it. I'm experimenting with it because this is a fucking great drink. Really, really, really liking it. Next one is definitely, it's going to be a different whiskey and a different gin. Yeah, Safa, this is the booze got me thinking deep thoughts. Basically thoughts about how else can I make this drink. Because the basics of the drink, fucking schmick, they work really well together. But you've got all the room to play with when you're balancing a whiskey and a gin. So, well, what whiskey and what gin? Very happy with my first two choices, Starward Sticky Toffee Apple and Patient Wolf Summertime. Oof, I have so many whiskeys and so many gins. Maybe Archie Rose's Bone Dry. Actually, why not do an Archie gin and an Archie whiskey, and then it's Archie's Death and Taxes. Safa, the toffee apple was A, quite expensive, like $150. B, very limited edition, so I don't know if you can still get it. It was how many bottles? There's 1,600 bottles, 48% alcohol, and it's 500 mils. So it's expensive. Oh no, I've made Dr. Abigail want to drink. Safa, not at Dan's. You would get it directly from Starward. So if we go to the Starward, most awarded distillery in the world. Starward, what's on the Starward site? I'm of drinking age. What's trending? Okay. Ginger Tiki Sour. Man, I need to explore. Where's the shop? Free shipping on orders over $149. There you go. Okay. Shop. Okay. They have their bottled cocktails, $49 or 2 for $90. And they're fine. I mean, I don't like it. All products. Okay. Okay. Sticky toffee apple is $139 for 500 mils. Ginger beer cask, single malt, which is apparently extremely popular, 700 mils, $149. Starward, which is like their twofold, is their entry level one. That's $69 for 700 mils. Oh, the fucking barrel aged gin, lime gin that I got. Very expensive for a gin, $119 for 700 mils, but it's really fucking good. Nova, Dr. Abigail's favorite, single malt, $96. Hungarian Oak, single malt, limited edition, $139. Solera, $139. Fortis, $139. Unexpected, $149. Rotary Club single barrel, single malt, $175. 20 number 2, single malt, $149. Dolce, Jesus, do they have? Oh no, that's sold out. Sold out, unexpected. Rotary Club, 20 number 2, Dolce, ginger beer cask number 6. I had ginger beer cask number 6, and although that was very popular, it's probably my least favorite of theirs. Dolce, which is a sweeter one, that was nice. I finished that. It's gone forever. 20 number 2, I might still have. It's sold out though. Unexpected, sold out. I've got that. Salumi, thank you so much for dropping in. You're going to a rally after work tomorrow. Get your energy up. Rally hard. Fight the power. Right. Yeah, Safa, I fucking wish. See, people say, like, what do you want to YouTube? I don't want to be like a huge YouTube star. I just want like my cocktail channel well enough that people give me free booze, basically. Because I am an unashamed champion of local spirits and liqueurs. And I have actually been given a couple of freebies or bonuses. But yeah, I'm a man of simple wants, and I just want people to give me free shit. Anyway, I'm going to put these back. You know what? I might make another one, and then I'll drink some more water because we're trying to be responsible. Safa, yeah, I think I actually think it's probably the core things that keep them afloat. The limited editions keeps people interested. Anyway, I'm a fucking sucker. But fortunately, I've like limited myself to a couple of my favorite distilleries. And saying, okay, I'm probably going to get when they release a limited thing. But yeah, I can't be buying all the limited releases because there's a lot of fucking distilleries in Australia. All right, I'm going to put these back. Come up with the next pairing. Okay, so put that back. Put that back. Okay, which Archie Rose whiskey will I use? Molasses rum cask single malts? Or the good whiskey, my new one? Red Gum Smoked. Where's my most recent one? Is this my most recent one? No, that's Balcones Texas whiskey. What's that? Whiskey Gone Awry? Okay, for real though, what did I... Oh, I put down here because it's running out of space. Good whiskey. Okay. My most recent Archie Rose whiskey. I think I'll do the Archero's Bone Dry. Is that this one? What do we got here? Bone Dry. Okay. We have a plan. A man, a plan, Panama. It's a palindrome for anyone watching at home, because I'm a fucking intellectual. Fucking intellectual, drinking the water out of my mixing glass. Right, you bloody well right. So, Archie's death and taxes. Man, that smells good. Oh my God, what is that? It's like vanilla. Maybe a bit of cinnamon. Oh my God. Just instantly, as soon as I pop the cork on it, it smells really nice. So, whiskey. Bum fungus, did I say the palindrome wrong? A man, a plan, a canal. Did I leave out a canal? I think I did. A man, a plan, a canal, Panama. Yep, thanks, Bum Fungus, for correcting me. I blame alcohol. All right. A gin. Puntamis. Yep. Tonight's death and taxes. I kind of wish I'd decided on this as a theme before I started. But it's okay to discover your theme as you go along. Okay. Really, I'm going to finish my Benedictine tonight, I think. Gonna have to go to Dan's, get some more Benedictine. It's a useful thing to have. A lot of cocktails I like just have a little, like, quarter of an ounce of Benedictine in them. I like boozy cocktails, and Benedictines are often in boozy cocktails. Go Vieux Carré or Woodson and Ford. Orange bitters. It's interesting they decide no sugar syrup in this one. Yep, no sugar syrup. Just thought for a second I might have been wrong. Safa Benedictine, like Benedict eggs. Eggs Benedictine? It's where you do eggs Benedict, but you have Benedictine in the hollandaise sauce. I was trying to say hollandaise and sauce at the same time. It's coming out Hollandaise. How's that? That is tasting pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good. And that drink tastes pretty good. It's pretty good color too. It's sort of amber brown. Actually a nice color. Because it's stirred, it's quite clear. Reddish amber brown. Okay, I think that one's better. Fuck me. It's like a little bit of smokiness coming through from the whiskey, I think. Bottle number 4478. Right, I think there's no shortage of bottles of this one. All right. This is shaping up as a new favorite. This is actually really good. Okay. Archie's Death and Taxes is a thing. Oh, my word. My word, that's good. God damn. God damn. Okay. I'm fucking liking this. I may do one more experiment with that before the night is out. Another Death and Taxes. Death and Taxes 3. Too Deathy, Too Taxi. Although that was Fast and Furious 2 was Too Fast, Too Furious. Death and Taxes 3. Tokyo Drift. See, okay, then I should have a Japanese whiskey. Oh my God. I wish I had a Japanese whiskey and a Japanese gin. Then I'd make it with the Japanese. My third one for the evening would be with Japanese whiskey and Japanese gin. And I'd call it Death and Taxes 3 Tokyo Drift. Damn. Missed opportunity. God damn it. Dr. Abigail, name of a deck archetype in Magic the Gathering. There you go. Safa, cold in the bush. I think it's reasonably cold here too, man. In the middle of the day when the sun was out, it was actually quite pleasant. I mean, I went to the supermarket, I went out to the bins and stuff just in this shirt, and I was like, it's actually quite pleasant. But yeah, later in the day, quite chilly. Quite chilly. I don't know if it's just because I'm getting more drunk, but that tastes better than the previous one. I'm thinking if I make another one, I'm surprised how smoky this one tastes, which would be coming from the whiskey. Thinking a citrusy gin, because that's a really dry gin. So a citrusy gin, like a sweeter gin. Fuck me, the lime gin. Yeah. And maybe a robust whiskey. Safa, this drink is fast moving up on my favorites list. It's really good. I think if I dial in my favorite combo, it's going to be fuck. It's a nice drink. Because I also want to experiment a bit with what vermouth I use and what herbal liqueur I use. I'm going to keep using Benedictine tonight just to use up some of my Benedictine. So almost gone. It's just an excuse to like go to Dan's. Hot damn. Yeah. Don't think you're meant to have the garnishes that I have in here. I know. The Difford's one does have a citrus twist. They say a lemon twist. But I just had an orange peel. And also, I'm thinking Mrs. Angry because she, after I spend a night drinking with an orange zest garnish, she puts it in her hot chocolate in the morning. So she gets some orange flavor, and then she just gets a really subtle echo of booziness in there. Just a really subtle echo. Safa, is my Dan's big? Okay. There are a couple of Dans near me. I mean, they're both pretty big. The closest one I go to is pretty big and it's pretty good. But there's another one that's in Brighton, which is not that far away. But they have a huge fucking wall of Australian gins. It's really good. Like I like that they're doing that thing where they're like, hey, check out Australian gins. And they've got like this huge fucking wall of Australian gins. So I go there sometimes because they have slightly different stuff to other Dan stores. It's a bit more difficult for me to get to. It's not actually that much further away. It's just slightly more difficult to get to. Like the other one's sort of straight down the road. Yeah, of the two Dans I go to, they're large. They are very large. But I don't know. Aren't all Dan Murphys large? I don't know. Man. Oh. Okay, yeah. Like last year's clear favorite for the whole year was one called a Woodson and Ford, which was a riff on a Vieux Carré. My early favorite this year was Colonial Ties, which was a riff on a Sazerac. Again, really fucking boozy drinks. These are both really fucking boozy. This, also a really boozy drink. It's funny how my tastes changed. Because when I first started getting into cocktails about 5 years ago, sours were my thing. I still like a sour, but I'm way more into boozy drinks, an old-fashioned New Orleans style boozy drinks. Oofed. And yes, Dr. Abigail, I think the Dan's closest to you is pretty good. Or I don't know which one you mean. The one that's across from the Bitters Lab, that's a good Dan's. That's a big one, and it's quite good. I don't know if that's the one you mean or if you mean another one. But also, the Bitters Lab, fucking love that shop. Awesome people, and they just have great stuff in the shop that you kind of can't get anywhere else. No one else in Melbourne seems to stock some of the stuff they've got. Oofed. I think I could probably spend a couple of nights perfecting what I want out of this drink, Death and Taxes. Because I could fuck around with that menu a lot. Recipe. I don't mean menu, I mean recipe. I could fuck around with that recipe a lot. So it's like whiskey, gin, vermouth, herbal. There is a lot of it. So that is actually basically, that's your Manhattan recipe, but it's a split base with the spirit and it's a split base with the vermouth. So a Manhattan is whiskey and vermouth. So this is basically a Manhattan, but they've split the spirit base. Instead of being just whiskey, it's whiskey and gin. And they've split the vermouth. Instead of being just vermouth, it's vermouth and a herbal liqueur. So more complexity than a standard Manhattan. And I like a Manhattan. So, man, I could spend a lot. Why is there a shopping bag there? Come on, I just realized, the fuck is a shopping bag doing? Is there something in that? That is a really weird. I have a place where I put shopping bags. It's not here. I'm looking at it going, why the fuck? Holy shit. Okay. Random time. I went to my mailbox the other day and I got two things. The weird envelope with, it's probably just got receipts in it. And I know who sends this because they either deliberately or accidentally included a library slip in one of them that had their name on it. I'm not going to out them. If they want to tell everyone it's them who sends me this absolutely weird shit, they can say that. So, okay, so they've spent, $1.10. They have spent $1.10 to send me one thing. Ooh, How to spot fake news. How to spot fake news. Consider the source, read beyond, check the author. Are there supporting sources? Check the date. Is it a joke? Ask the export. Check your buy. That's really good. I don't know why they spent $1.10 to send me that rather than send me a digital image online. Good on you. Now, but here's a fun one. I haven't had any Christian tracts sent to me for a while. But I got, look, great big envelope. I fucking love that someone is making these fuckwits spend money sending this. At one point, it was a box. It was a year or, I don't know, a while back. I got a box of books from one of these weird Christian groups, and it would have cost them a fucking fortune in postage. All right. This is Tomorrow's World. I'm hoping there's some fun reading in here. Okay. This is all going straight in recycling after I do it. Okay. Biblical principles of health. Tomorrow's World Bible study course. Tomorrow's World, the end of Pax Americana. And my personal favorite from what I've seen of these, holy shit, there's a DVD. Man, I might have to watch this and do a review. I might have to watch this and do a review of it. The Restoration of Rome. Hot damn. I might have to watch this. Okay, that's for later. But also, this is my favorite. The Bible, fact or fiction. The first page just says fiction and the rest of it's blank. No, not really. I mean, that's what it should be. But when you put a thing saying Bible, fact or fiction, first page said fiction, total fiction, and the rest of the book is blank. This shit's going straight in. But this, okay, this would almost be a test. How long could I watch this without going, holy fuck? Heine, it's your church. It's other, dude. It's fucking other. Okay, this magazine will probably tell me who puts it out. Let me have a look. Vouch from Jared Weston, editor-in-chief. They're in South Australia, apparently. Tomorrow's World is produced and paid for by members and supporters of the Living Church of God. We have no ties to any political or profit-making organization. You will not be pressured to join anything. This is my free subscription to Tomorrow's World magazine. Your name's been added to the mailing list. Oh my God! Oh my God! Apparently, I'm going to keep getting this free subscription. Dr. Abigail, you'd watch for moral support board. No, it's literally how long could I watch it before I just get bored? Oh shit, there's a test. If you complete the study questions, previous sections of this lesson, you should have no difficulty answer the questions. Self-graded test. You receive lessons 1 to 4 answer key when you receive lessons 5 to 8. To continue your course and request lessons 5 to 8, lessons 1 to 4 test answer key, attach the response card, mail it to us. Wowzers. So it's just whack jobs. It's just random whack jobs. An existential threat. Ooh, whose side are they on the Russian invasion of Ukraine? Okay. Weirdness. Okay, where they've got offices in South Australia, Charlotte, North Carolina in the US, Canada, New Zealand, Philippines, South Africa, and the UK. They're just random. I can't even be bothered reading them. That's all just going straight in recycling. Stella, can I fap to the Christian video? Well, challenge accepted, basically. What was that old meme of, this is very hard to masturbate to, unzips. And yes, good evening to you, Stella. You've been listening while unpacking and showing. Nice. Hope you enjoyed the shopping. I weirdly enjoy supermarket shopping, actually. Okay. Okay, that's a great fucking cocktail. I have to do it for my cocktail channel soon. Justin, hello. And Hellion, hello. Kirsten. Oh, you just missed, Kirsten, actually. I'm experimenting. I found a drink recipe I like the sound of called Death and Taxes. Had a split base of whiskey and gin, and then a bit of Punta Mez and a bit of Benedictine. And I just made my second, because the first one was really good. I used Starwood Sticky Toffee Apple whiskey and Patient Wolf's Summertime Gin. And I just made what I thought it should just call Archie's Death and Taxes. And I made it with good whiskey and bone dry gin. Fucking awesome, quite honestly. Really good. Oh, yeah. Stella. Kirsten, don't miss out. Dr. Abigail, birthday Bukkake live stream. But yes, we are doing that. We're doing a birthday live stream for Dr. Abigail Saturday night. This is anyway. This drink anyway is shaping up as my new favorite. It's very good. I really want to fucking fiddle around with the recipe though. Yeah, and that's exactly, Kirsten, for the end of the financial year. I wish I'd planned it. I wish I'd planned. The whole stream was about death and taxes, but it sort of came through early, and I think I'm just going to do riffs on this death and taxes all night, and maybe all night because I don't have to work tomorrow. Ooh, Stella's starting up a fire, getting some kindling. It's getting hot in here. Justin, you should invite your friend who's stuck in COVID. Yes, dude, that was the entire reason for these fucking streams when we were all locked down. That's literally the reason for these streams. Yes, good question, Dr. Abigail. Death. What is the death part? The death of decency, maybe? I don't know. Just two things you can't avoid, death and taxes. Whiskey and gin cannot be avoided. Yeah, Safa, I don't even know if I'm going back to work on Monday. I'm doing the transition from contract to permanent, and they haven't really fucking worked it out yet. So my contract ran to the end of the financial year, which is today. The boss did call me late saying, yeah, if everything goes well, maybe you're fine to start on Monday. I'm like, whatever. Literally all I did is like, I'm not working tomorrow. Switching off my alarm. Because Mrs. Angry also doesn't work on Fridays. She does a 4-day week. And I'm just like, yeah, switching off my alarm. Don't have to get up early tomorrow. And the boss is being really apologetic. Like, I hope you will be ready to go on Monday. And I'm like, whatever. If you don't work it out in a week, I'll get annoyed. But I'm happy to fucking kick back for a couple of days. So yeah. Oh yes, Kirsten. The reason I have no work tomorrow is they're transitioning me from contract to permanent, but they've fucked up the paperwork and it's not all done yet. So waiting to be a permanent employee because I'm getting on in years and want an easy transition into retirement, basically. It's very interesting. Someone's last day today. they're retiring after 27 years, and there are a few people who'd worked with them for 20 plus years, and it was very interesting because I always make jokes about when someone's like 20 years service, 30 years service, and it's like, oh, you get less than that for murder. But there was actually a newsletter. Some people work their entire fucking life in the public service, and there are people who 50 years in the public service, and it's like, well, go you for just knowing what you wanted and doing it your whole life. But on another level, that's fucking wild that someone just spent, they left school, started working in the public service, stayed in the public service, and retired. It's like, and again, a lot of people will make jokes about the public service being bullshit, and no, I'm an actual huge believer in the public service, and people look, and it's not going to be everyone. There's going to be dickheads in every workplace, but people who genuinely believe in what they're doing, that's an actual real thing. And I'm the most cynical motherfucker out there, but there are people, they're deeply into, committing to what they do. Bumfuckers, you work with a bloke who's been there 48 years. Yeah, there you go. That was always a joke I made, from early days when you see you working in a company and think, oh, here's the people with long service things, 20 years, 30 years. And you just go, man, you get less than that. When you see people 50 years, you go, okay, you could fucking murder an entire school. You could murder an entire school full of kids and you'd still serve less than 50 years. But there you go, Justin. I didn't know that. I'm not working for the Federal Public Service. But you're saying you get 15.4%. Super. I'm sure they'll talk to me about shit like that when I do the transition. We shall see, basically. Okay, I'm going to drink a bit more water now. But I'm abso-fucking-lutely going to make another Death and Taxes, but with another different gin and another different whiskey. Anyway, water. Shieldsie's not even here to tell me to drink water. I'm just drinking water. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Water. Dr. Abigail, people who work for private companies that long are daft. Motivating best use of your life to make up rich out. Yeah. Yeah, no, spending your life in public service makes more sense than spending your life for a single capitalist entity. I agree with you completely. Anyway, water. I do like water, but I think after drinking a couple of boozy drinks, I think my taste buds are again, this is very unscientific and it's probably not true, but I feel like my taste buds are saturated with all these flavors. So drinking water kind of liberates all these flavors. Very good. Justin, super goes up on Labour and Power. I seriously, I think if the LNP had won the last election, if they'd retained power, one of the lesser evil things they would have done, but it's fucked and they would have done it, I think they would have completely destroyed superannuation. I think if they'd had one more term, they would have completely destroyed superannuation. Because they had some fucking ideological problem with it. Yeah. Oh, okay. Water. Good. Oh, okay. No, that's actually pretty good. Kirsten, you were bored in the public service, but you will go back later in life. Yeah. Safa, excellent question. What do we observe for create? Actually, okay, here's the weird thing. Okay, because I'm like fucking old, right? So I remember Malcolm Fraser, PM, and he, like a good lefty, we call everyone from the Conservatives Nazis. But Malcolm Fraser was actually instrumental in Australia having a decent sort of refugee acceptance policy post Vietnam War. Also, he was very big on public broadcasting, public radio. It's very big. And Dr. Abigail, I tend to agree with this feeling. You get a lot of the old guard in the LNP, the fringe of the LNP, wanting working folk to be just slaves, basically. Oh, that's a good positive, Justin, that the public service does good with people with disabilities. And yeah, I mean, I've seen various things, the state public service doing good things, basically. Anyway, 'tis what it is. So, Kirsten, I was just saying, yeah, for your pals at work, as you were saying, the good whiskey is the daily drinker with the warehouse staff. If anyone wants to be getting creative and making a cocktail, look up the recipe for Death and Taxes, split base of whiskey and gin. I just made one with good whiskey and bone dry gin. Fucking killer. Like super good. Like, it is a contender for my cocktail of the year. I thought I had one. I thought my cocktail of this year was Colonial Ties. We're at the halfway mark. There are two contenders. At the halfway mark of 2022, there are now two contenders for my cocktail of the year: Colonial Ties and Death and Taxes. I might get two more in the next 6 months. But yeah, if I forget, because, old age and whatnot, I might forget. But towards the end of the year, if I've never mentioned again, someone has to remind me. You said your two potential cocktails of the year were Death and Taxes and Colonial Tide. And I have to make them again side by side and decide which is my cocktail of the year. Justin, AZ, with remote work, I don't know, AZ might do okay because he could not commit to going into the office because his health is so fucking bad. Kirsten, you want to work for the Red Cross. The Red Cross do great work. Oh, shit, Dr. Abigail, work choices. No, that is still the core ideology of the LNP. Fuck the workers. They've never given up on it. It's like they belatedly worked out that an overwhelming majority of the population rejected John Howard's vision of work choices, and they kept changing the name of their policy, but the core of the policy never changed. And yes, Safa, Starwood only have the one distillery. They do have more storage places where they have a barrel. Safa, should I hybridize? Dude, that's thinking. You're thinking, brother. You are thinking. Should I hybridize the cocktails and call it Colonial Taxes? Man, yeah. See, Stella, I'm also more happy when I set fire to things. So I feel you. I get more happy when I set fire to things. So if your teachers went on strike for work choices, go to school. Teachers get fucked over. I'm always very supportive. If teachers ever decide to go on strike, I went, yeah, you pushed them too far. I'm 100% on board. Oh. All right. So now I feel like looking up I think it's on liquor.com. Okay. Colonial Ties. Might have been on Punch Drink. Okay, I think it was on Punch Drink. There's a website called punchdrink.com. The ultimate home bar accessories guide. Bring back the gem, a 19th century proto daiquiri, cognac, rum, pineapple, and cinnamon. Oh shit, that sounds okay. But I come here to look up Colonial Ties because I'm sure this is where I found Colonial Ties. Colonial Ties. Colonial Ties. So Sazerac Roof. All right. So Colonial Ties is rye whiskey, rum, sugar and bitters, and an absinthe rinse. Death and Taxes is whiskey, gin, and vermouth. No, they're too different. I mean, you could split that even further to go whiskey, gin, and rum, and vermouth and absinthe. At this point, I think you're getting too fussy. And by you, I mean me. Like that, Stella. Stella sets fire to Dr. Abigail all the time. Yeah, no, Stella, I fucking love fire. I love staring at fire. It's possibly, I think, my first experience with hallucinogens in my 20s was at a house party where they had a huge fucking bonfire, and just the light and whatnot of fire made for an amazing time, may I say. Which also just completely unrelated throws a question in my mind for Dr. Abigail for party night, Saturday night. May we require some lemon juice for the party night? Well, good on you, Stella. Your current workplace shitting you? Look for a new job. Cool. Safa, did Australia create bonfires? No. The idea of a big fire goes back millennia, I think, in different cultures. But our bonfire night is an inheritance of England's Guy Fawkes night. But I think even prior to that, you would get, in the British Isles, you would get pagan ceremonies that involve big bonfires. I think the Vikings did big bonfires. Okay. So, Dr. Abigail, okay, we might plan for lemon juice. We'll see how it goes. I'm just throwing out potentially later in the night. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. What's that song? Da-na-na-na-na-na. Say it's your birthday. Da-na-na-na-na. It's my birthday too. Stella, current workplace is your house. It's shitting you. Yeah, it's my current workplace too. And I've been making no end of stupid jokes in the last 2.5 years about a hostile workplace, and I'm at work and my boss is making me watch porn and touching me inappropriately. Safi, you've never heard that song? I don't even know. Is it the Beatles? I don't know. Oh, Kirsten, I got the mail that I can pre-order Steve the Bartender's new book, which is very cool. It looks like it's going to be an excellent coffee table book. For those who don't know, Steve the Bartender is the biggest Australian cocktail-based channel on YouTube. He's also one of the partners at Threefold Distilling in Western Australia. And the last 6 months, he's been putting together a cocktail book. It's like a big coffee book where it's got a recipe on each page with a big picture, barcode, so you can see a video showing you how to make it. Looks like a really good book. Okay, Dr. Abigail, I will sing it badly again. It's when they say it's your birthday. Da-na-na-na-na. It's my birthday too. It's a happy birthday. Bum fungus, there might have been a tiny bit of follow through with that burp, honestly. Sally snapped. Hi, Twitchy. Boss emailed you. Didn't know it was doing a task. Oh, God. Okay, Dr. Abigail, that is the Beatles. Yeah, I thought it was the Beatles. So I'll look. I will really quickly look it up. Beatles, happy birthday. Okay, the song is just called Birthday. Full lyrics. You say it's your birthday. It's my birthday too, yeah. They say it's your birthday. Gonna have a good time. I'm glad it's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Yes, we're gonna have a party. I would like you to dance birthday. Take a cha-cha-cha chance birthday. I would like you to dance birthday. Dance. Not sophisticated. I'm just throwing it out there. Lyrically, not sophisticated. Okay, so you have it on a birthday mixtape on a YouTube playlist. Cool. Yeah. I remember it from like a John Hughes film in the 80s with the character Ducky when I think it's 16 Candles. Yeah, Justin, I remember that weird legal case because someone who claimed copyright ownership of the Happy Birthday to You, someone eventually proved they were fucking lying and they never owned the copyright to it anyway. That's why you rarely see. Okay, I feel like I haven't yawned for a while, so I'm okay with yawning now. You rarely see a scene in movies or TV saying "Happy Birthday to you, Happy Birthday to you," because there was this whole copyright thing with it. But yeah, recently it was proved that the people who said they own the copyright were bullshitting. Dr. Barry, your favourite is a tie between Total Ghost Happy Birthday to You person and NoFX new Happy Birthday song. Oh God, there's like this new wave thing with a female vocalist and happy birthday, baby. If they were me, and I was you, if they were me and I was you. Altered Images. I think that was Altered Images. I was just fucking taxing my brain there. Okay. Yeah, Altered Images. Happy birthday. Lyrics. Happy birthday, baby. If they were me, and I was you, They were me, and I was you, would it be a present to you? That is nice. All right. I feel good that I remembered that was Altered Images. Dr. Abigail remembered it too. Stella, on the topic of 80s films, listening to Behind the Bastards, episode on filming of The Twilight Zone. Oh, yeah, yes, I did listen to that one. And that was fucked. John Landis. What a fuck up. Yeah, killed Vic Morrow and 2 little kids. Yes, that was fucked up, and that was criminal irresponsibility, and they got away with it. It was ridiculous. This was okay. This is a thing that to me is funny. It's like you get these weird right wing, disconnected from reality Trumpazoid fuckwits going, Hollywood's evil and pedophiles. And it's like, okay, on one level, they're actually right, but they draw absolutely the wrong conclusions from it. It's quite weird to watch that they can say a thing like, I think the big banks are evil. Of course they are. I think the big pharmaceutical companies are evil. Of course they are. I think Hollywood's full of weird, fucked up people. Of course they are. Yeah, and therefore Donald Trump's our savior. No, what the fuck is wrong with you? He's the problem. What the fuck? Safa, I don't know because I don't have to work tomorrow. Not super late, but I still, despite my yawns, it's 10 o'clock now, a bit after 10, and I feel fine. I'm definitely gonna make another death and taxes. Oh hell yeah, Stella, and also apparently his son as well. His son appears to be a fuckwit. But yeah, no, Landis through his hubris straight up fucking murdered 3 people, and by homicide, not murder. It was in Australian law, like if you kill someone in the workplace through negligence, there's a name for that. It's not industrial homicide. It's I forget. Oh Christ, I forget the fucking word. But it's like Landis was absolutely criminally responsible for the deaths of those people. And yes, Safa, R. Kelly, fucked up. At least the motherfucker got 30 years prison. Way overdue. Like people knew for ages, like, man, this guy's fucked, isn't he? Isn't this guy fucked? And finally got arrested. Finally went to trial. The trial dragged on for a very long time. And he's now got to jail. Stella, I think, and okay, I think this is possibly a state law. I think it varies. Maybe, and I have this feeling you're right. It's manslaughter rather than homicide. Industrial manslaughter? It's basically if the person was killed because of negligence. And John Landis, again, under the laws in Victoria, John Landis would definitely be criminally responsible for the deaths of those 3 on the set. And yes, Safa, Ghislaine Maxwell, not how she pronounces her name. I pronounce it that way to upset her. 20 years, that's it. I'm amazed at how quiet that trial's been. She went to trial and like didn't mysteriously die in prison. She didn't appear to rat anyone out, and she got 20 years. That's wild. Not only, you see, Dr. Abigail, you can have slaughter without laughter. You can't have manslaughter without man's laughter. Oh, Safa, her dad was weird and fucked up and involved with various spy agencies, and he just died at sea for no reason. Like he walked off a boat, not murdered by another intelligence agency. Who knows? Stella, I think you're probably right. Industrial manslaughter. You're smart. I would bow to your knowledge on these things. I think, Safa, the negligent homicide is out. It covers beyond the workplace. There's a very specific thing that at least some of the states brought in to make deaths in the workplace a more serious crime that management is responsible for. And I think Stella's right, it's industrial manslaughter. Dr. Abigail, you told someone from Finland the joke English was a second language. She looked at it really funny. Still slept with her that night. That's fair. Now Mimsy's here. No, okay, Mimsy, I'm just going to get a drink. You want to jump on my lap and everyone wants to see you, but I'm going to go and get a drink. Don't jump on my lap. Don't jump on my lap. Okay? Don't jump on my lap, you silly cat. You're a very silly cat, Mimsy. I'm going to get a different gin and a different whiskey, and I'm going to make another death and taxes. No, seriously, Safra, I drank water. Oh, fucking hell, Mimsy. Just as I was telling Mimsy not to jump on my lap, she jumps on my lap. Yes. Yes. Say hello to everyone, Mimsy. Hello, I'm Mimsy. Come on, get down here, you weird cat. All right. Again, going to get a different whiskey and a different gin. So Megaleech is saying, industrial manslaughter, not currently offence in Tasmania. Okay. I'm pretty sure it is in Victoria, although I'm not sure. But I think it is. Oof. Okay. I'm kind of drunk but not falling over, so that's good. All right. So. I think this was around here. All right. I'm thinking of a... Okay, why did I do that? Thinking of a sweet gin. Which would be this one. Come on. Oh, shit. All right. All right. Put that there. Oh, gotcha. Okay. So I'm going to do the Archie Rose Sunrise Lime Gin. That seems like a good thing. Now, I want to do a really robust whiskey. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going for the Texas. Going for the Texas single malt. Balcones. That's got like almost coffee flavors in it. All right. The plan is in place. So you're saying Victoria has the offence workplace manslaughter. Everywhere else it's industrial manslaughter. Kirsten, is it industrial manslaughter if someone straight up cut a bitch for being dumb? Asking for a friend. I know what you're saying. I've had friends from Texas say there was basically a legal defense that would get you off in a lot of cases where, like, man just needed killing. It's just like, it was like there was a lot of like, no, fuck that guy. There was the fuck that guy defense. Works less well now, but apparently the law was essentially pretty close to that dude just needed killing. And the judge goes, yep, fair enough. You made the case. Motherfucker needed killing. All right. Drinking the water from the last one. All right. This one ought to be interesting. A sweet citrusy gin. Where my jigger at? Here it is. So a light, sweet, citrusy gin. And then a really robust whiskey. Oh man, yeah, that's like toffee, like burnt toffee, molasses, cinnamon, coffee, chocolate, dark chocolate and coffee. Da-da. Just big out. Town will get together unanimously decide, man, needed killing. What are you going to do? Well, there was a really famous case in America of some guy who was apparently just a piece of shit and bullied an entire town for years. And he ended up getting shot to death on the steps of the town hall. And it was like ruled suicide because they were in the like busiest part of town. It's like no one saw who shot him. And I think it was suicide. Shot himself twice in the head. That's real hard to do. Shoot yourself twice in the head. It was turned into a movie, like a daytime movie of the week. Brian Dennehy is the bad guy. But that was like, yeah, town. Literally, a town decided this motherfucker needs killing. So if we want Philippe's to always stay in opposition, I think at the federal level, the LNP is going to stay in opposition for a couple of terms. I mean, it's a big complicated world. All sorts of things could happen. But they don't look good at the moment. All right. Stirring. Yes. Dr. Abigail, someone tripped and fell on your knife 9 times. It's not your fault. All right. Bit of ice ASMR again. I'm very interested in how this Death and Taxes is going to turn out. So what's that, Stella? Some days working in customer service, you'd be up for town justice. See, I get what you're saying, Safa, but I tend to have cold drinks in cold weather. Oh, yeah. Dr. Abigail said that start stream. The news, I only found that out at the start of the stream. Braz not accepting the high-paying position that he created, set up for himself. God damn. So fucking dodge. Stir the drink. Sucking Gary Regan's finger because it's kinky. And yes, bum fungus. The job that pays 500k. No, it was fucking dodgy shit. And he would have got away with it if it wasn't for you meddling kids. All right. Death and Taxes 3, Tokyo Drift. It's much darker. Still a nice color. That's really nice too. I think the previous one was probably better. God damn, that's a nice drink. That is a nice fucking drink. Dr. B, you're saying the temperature in your apartment, but in your pants sounded better. That's fair. Oh, yeah, Justin, I don't think the libs are going to do well with the federal ICAC. Not at all. Naked temperature pants. Kirsten, not only you want a 500k job, but a 500k job that you set up for yourself in New York. I mean, honestly. Safa, actually, you know what? Oh no, it's only 10:20. I don't feel that bad. We might we might get up to Death and Taxes 4, but that would be it. It's a good fucking drink, man. It's a good fucking drink. Oh man, that's really good. Now I'm on a quest to dial in my favorite version of this. Man. There's a little bit of bitterness in this one, which I think is coming from the Balcones whiskey, teaming up with the Punta Mez. Just have not bitterness in an unpleasant way. It's just this little bit of bitterness later. Just looking at that, like, because there's a black sleeve on this shirt, and the black thing, just like my arm disappears, and there's just like a gap, and then my arm's floating in space. It's very weird. It's like I'm wearing just like a high vis vest and nothing else, and I have no arms. I do it like this, and I'm just a torso with no arms. Oh yeah, no, Stella. Oh man, the whole thing with that job just fucking reeks. And now he's withdrawn from it. It's like, oh yeah, so maybe we don't do a criminal investigation into this was clearly fucked, an illegitimate scam. And it's just like, oh man, it's ridiculous. Abso-fucking-lutely. It was such a blatant bit of fuckery. I'm avoiding saying anything legally actionable. I don't think fuckery is legally actionable because it's a kind of non-specific term, and it just means something I don't like. So I'm not saying it's a criminal act. It's just a fuckery. It's just Jesus. This is one of the more egregious examples of political fuckery that I've seen for a while. Oh. Yes, I've realized my arms are missing. I'm just a torso. Then when my arm comes up, it's like existing. That's like someone else's arms. It's existing in isolation. It's like, okay, so I'm a little bit drunk that I'm thinking thoughts like, okay, yeah, no, this version's not bad. The little bit of bitterness that comes with this version of Death and Taxes is not completely unpleasant, but I think I like the previous version. I'm going to drink some more water after this. I might do one more version. Stella, can Friendly Geordies do a video? I don't know. I actually don't know. Heine, so no spoilers, but did you enjoy Obi-Wan Kenobi? Because I did. Abigail, you want to feast on the tasty LMB tears? Oh, yes. Federal ICAC, they will not be looking forward to that because they've done so much fucked up shit in the last 10 years. It was like, oh my God, an objective legal investigation into what we did while we were in government? No, thank you. That sounds like a bad idea. It's just like, Jesus fucking Christ, honestly. It's just like, my God. It's just, Jesus. It's ridiculous. Oh. Okay, what's that, 10:30? I'll probably go to bed at about 11. I don't know. So I maybe won't drink any more alcohol. I might just drink a little bit of water before going to bed. Yeah, Stella, you may be right. There might have been something in the settlement about him not making any more videos about Barilaro. But fuck me. This one, I mean, even just saying, while John Barilaro's in government, he invents this position. He leaves government. You don't even have to comment, just state the facts. He leaves government. The public service has been interviewing people and shortlisting people for the job. They retract any sort of offer they've made to anyone else. They give it to Barilaro. The person who made the decision was a public servant who reported directly to Barilaro when he was in government. You just like line the facts up and don't make any comment, and it is damning. It is absolutely damning. Woofed. It's just wow. Okay, sure. Why not do that? Do that thing. Do that thing. Why not do that thing? It's just ridiculous. It's just, yeah, dodgy shit happens in government all the time. Whew. But the shit they did, Justin, I don't I don't know if there's anything specific to investigate Dutton on. And I don't know. See, I think if you investigate Dutton's transition from Queensland cop to Conservative politician, there might be something to find there. But I don't know if that would be in the purview of a federal ICAC, as in reviewing stuff he did while he was in politics. I don't know if there's anything to uncover there. I just don't know. Oh, yeah. So I think with Barilaro leaving politics, it was just like too much shit had piled up and he needed to get out. But this New York job, for fuck's sake, it just so fucked. So fucking dodgy. Yes. See, still, there's that nanny visas with Dutton, which was definitely dodgy. I don't know if it's enough to actually warrant any sort of criminal investigation, but it was not good. It was absolutely not good. And yes, can we just investigate why Voldemort looks like Dutton, or why Dutton looks like Voldemort, or why Dutton looks like a soft-boiled potato? Bumfunkers, corrupt politicians, leave politics. Oh yeah. Oh shit, yeah. Get private company jobs. Absolutely. So if you want to why Gladys left. Oh, Jesus Christ. That thing with the guy she was fucking, that was outrageous. The idea that you could be fucking that guy secretly who was under criminal investigation, and that was like one of the worst bits of bad judgment I've ever seen. I'm thinking of having a chippy. I've got some chippies over there. Thinking of just nibbling on a chippy. Not having a lot, but maybe nibbling on a chippy. Let's see. All right. Oof. Which one? This one? What's this one? Himalayan pink salt chunky chips. See, anything that's labeled chunky, I automatically empathize with it. Chunky. It's my sort of chips. So, Stella. Dutton looks like a potato fucked Voldemort and Darth Vader and had a baby. Yeah. That's fair. So this is just salted chips. Chunky. Pink Himalayan salt. Very crunchy. Very much taste like they were definitely cooked in oil. Kirsten, that sounds complicated. You're not supposed to buy your bestie a drink with your work credit card without her declaring it. And she can't be your plus one to anything. That sounds complicated. And I don't quite know everything that's going on there. Oh, my God. Think I might. I haven't decided yet because I think if I have another alcoholic beverage, that's the one that tips me over the top, and I'm absolutely fucked at that point. I might do another death and taxes. I don't know. Still, you couldn't accept a rock as a gift with that. Yeah. You've got to be very careful when you're in government. If anyone offers you any sort of gift or enticement, you just have to declare it because you need to preserve proprietary. They're very crunchy. I'm leaning close to the microphone for some very... No, that might be weird. People might be listening with headphones. You don't want me leaning in close to the microphone for some crunchy ASMR. Even from this distance, very loud. They're very crunchy chips. I like that. Megaleet degrees. Not enough in these. I could change the setting on the microphone so it's on stereo, and I could move from side to side, have stereo crunching in people's ears. So what do I have for dinner? Pizza. Local wood-fired pizza place. Super yummy. Guy who runs the place is that ethnicity that's very ambiguous. He might be Italian, but he could also be anywhere from Italy to Central Europe to Eastern Europe. His English is not that great, but yeah. So I've actually just had Young Was Angry had a margarita. I had a 4-cheese pizza. And we had a garlic focaccia as well. It's like about $20 to $25 a pizza. So it's not cheap. It's not cheap. There's a, handmade, wood-fired, so you're paying more for the pizzas. But they're just really good. Plus, I like supporting a little local guy. I should have started eating these. They're very Moorish. Oh, no. Australia, you're going to make pizzas for dinner and couldn't be fucked not having dinner at all. I have to admit, I have freezer pizzas. I get freezer pizzas from the supermarket, and I tend to get margaritas. They're like a base pizza, and then I can put whatever toppings on them that I'm motivated to put on them and cook them in the oven. Like when we had the youth party a couple of weeks ago, young Mr. Angry and his friends, I cooked 8 pizzas that night. I had 8 supermarket freezer pizzas, cooked them all. The most exotic one was the onion and pineapple one for Abigail. They were mostly margaritas, things with mixed cheeses. So I think technically some of them ended up being 8 cheese pizzas. They came from the supermarket saying there were 4 cheeses. And then I had a bag of shredded cheese from the supermarket that said it was also 4 cheeses, which I put on top. So then technically they were 8 cheese pizzas. But yeah, over the course of that party, for the youths, I cooked 8 pizzas, a big box of party pies and sausage rolls, and 2 packs of chicken tenders from the supermarket. So I cooked a fucking lot of it. Stella, I'm starting with the pizza base and putting some bacon on it. I fucking love that. And Dr. Abigail is very definite about the idea of pizza having to have pizza having to have pineapple. You can call it pizza if it has pineapple, otherwise it's just sparkling circle bread. You're reminding me of Hogan's Heroes, the French character who was a chef. And at one point they had an Italian officer he's cooking pizza for, and he was very disparaging about pizza. He called it, I forget what it was, but it was just some reference to it just being tomato sauce on pastry. Safa, well, I got all the freezer pizzas on specials. They're about $5 each. So I guess on party food, we spent. Some of the party guests bought the chicken tenders. I think I only spent $50 or $60 on pizza food, on party food. But it was free. It was his delayed 21st. We were all set up to have a 21st birthday for him last year, and then lockdowns torpedoed it. So although it was actually his 22nd birthday, it was his delayed 21st. So it was worth it, Imagine drinks, imagine food. He has very good friends. I love that question. You spend $50 just on cheese. This party food was not very high-end. Like I said, supermarket freezer pizzas and party pies and sausage rolls. It was not very sophisticated. Man, these fucking chips have got me hooked. I gotta stop eating them. Oh yeah, shit. Well, see, 8 pizzas from the pizza shops would have been, I don't know, $100 to $150 to $200, depending what they were. Still, you get eggs from your friends, chooks, nice and fresh. Ooh, egg and bacon sanger, yeah. Oh yes, remembering Brittany from the party. She was fucking awesome. I mean, Brittany, aka Grace, took over about half of the live stream on the night. It was pretty funny. Bacon egg sanger, very good. Stella, yeah, there's no problem with $50 on cheese. I'm on board with it. Oh, like young Mr. Angry the other day got a halal snack pack that was too big for him to eat. And he's like, there's all this meat. Do you want it? Yep. And so it was like, that sliced kebab meat. And I just put it in a fry pan and stirred it around. So it got hot and crispy. And then I just made an omelette, the egg and herb and stuff. And poured that over the kebab meat that was in the pan, and then added a bit of cheese, and had this omelette that was, it was a kebab omelette. It was fucking awesome. It was so good. Abigail, you left it in one ear. No, Abigail, don't go there. We talked to her. And yes, Stella, Brittany was definitely chaotic energy, but she was fun. Oof, what is this? Oh, I just realized, what was that? Okay. Oof. Yes, in the end, I think I was very restrained on the party night, considering all the things that happened. All right. A little bit more chippies. Then I might drink some water. Yes. I actually think Brittany left a couple things here. I think she left her vape pen and a cardigan. But I left them with young Mr. Angry to get it back to her. Yeah, Safa, no one stole any alcohol. They were very good. Although someone did, it was hilarious. Someone did knock a bottle off my trolley and it broke because it was lychee liqueur, which had actually been left here by someone else on a previous party of young Mr. Angry's, and I didn't like it. And so to me, I just found it really humorous that, yeah, one of the lads did knock a bottle off my trolley and it broke, but it was by far my least favorite thing on those trolleys. So it's like, dude, no great fucking loss. I did not like that liqueur at all. So it was good. It was good. All right, it was at 10:44. All right, you know what I should do? Drink a bit of water, just from ice melting in my mixing glass there. I should disappear for a second to have a whiz. I'm kind of feeling like I want to do one more death and taxes before I go to bed. Because okay, I'm pretty drunk at the moment, but I feel like I'm at least vaguely coherent. Heine, a black bra can be a top if you're wearing it. If you're wearing it, brother, I'm okay with it. Yeah, I'm thinking of maybe ducking out really quickly and having whiz. No, see, Dr. Abigail, the lychee liqueur was not great. And because I'm not a big fan of lychee. Stella, you had lychee pink champagne. Usually champagne's horse piss, but this cocktail is fantastic. Oh, that's good. Safa, are you singing the Chicken Tonight song right now? Oh, yes. I think I might disappear for a minute to take a quick whiz and then consider if I'm going to make one more drink before I go to bed, or if I'm just going to drink some water. Abigail, you remember Pride Carnival wearing brown and jacket? Well, that's going to be pretty common couture at a Pride Carnival, I think. Anyway, all right. You'll amuse yourself. I'll be very quick. I'm going to take a whiz and think about my life, and I will be back. Oof. Okay, well, I hope you all amused yourself while I was gone. Oh, good Lord. I'm not buying any death sticks. So you hear the clock? Yeah, there's a quite loud ticking clock just up there. Oofed. So I was thinking about whether or not to do one more death and taxes before bedtime. Honestly, I probably won't. It's like 10 to 11. I might go to bed at 11. But I do want to make one with a savory gin. I've got the threefold Mediterranean gin. I'm just trying to think what I would pair it with. So there we go. Kirsten crochets. You're making something with two colors, working the two yarns in a pattern, has double crochet stitches, front post stitches, doing your head in. Yeah, it's my clock. It's the fucking kitchen clock. It's just there. It's ticking away. How driving am I? Safra, I'm not sure what you're asking. I didn't have to do anything tomorrow. I switched off my alarm. So I just get to fucking sleep in tomorrow. One of the offspring might try and wake me up at some point and say, hey, I want to do a thing. Can you help me do a thing? And I'm like, let's do a thing? Really? Do I have to do a thing? We'll see. All right, I'm just trying to think. What whiskey would I do? Yeah, I'm definitely not drinking any more alcohol. Just decided I'm not drinking any more alcohol, and I'm going to go to bed. But because I'm so fucking on topic with this fucking death and taxes cocktail. Oh, okay. What whiskey would go with a savory gin? Looking at my whiskeys. Got a rye whiskey. What's this one? Hungarian oak. No, not that one. What's this one? Red gum smoked single malt? No. Unexpected? No. Ooh, my barrel aged new make spirit? Maybe. My white possum new make dry barrel aged. I might do that. That might be it. Tawny number 2. Tim Boone, maybe. Archie Rose. High test molasses rum cask single malt, maybe. Sonoma County, West of Kentucky bourbon, maybe. This Starwood Solera. High West double rye. Archie Rose whiskey gunner rye. Single cask rye whiskey. I should do it with a rye, actually. I think I should do it with a rye. Okay. I'm maybe gonna do it with a savoury gin, Three Folds Mediterranean, and a rye. Stella, that is a very last-minute decision. Buy a computer before midnight to claim on tax. Oh yeah, no. Abigail, I'm doing this weird transition from contract to permanent. My contract ran to 30th June. And they are switching me to permanent, but they haven't finished the paperwork. So I'm not working tomorrow, but I might be working on Monday. So we'll see. Yeah, so I'm going to continue to work. I did work out a good deal for a permanent job. Let me ease into retirement, basically. I'm just sick of contracting. Oh my God. Mega Leech, big call. Jelly, you need to be careful if you're buying from eastern states. The date on the invoice could be wrong. Oh my God, that's so fraught. I gotta stop eating these chips. They're just yum. All right. It is almost 11 p.m. Eastern. And I think I'm going to be mildly responsible. I was very tempted to make one more death and taxes. And I think I'd be super fucked and drunk if I did that. At the moment, I'm reasonably drunk. If I made another, oh, Dr. Abigail, if we hold out now for your birthday, oh, that's a whole other thing. Because someone at Swan was advocating buying a computer chip from Officeworks, invoice and return it next week. That seems complicated. Ugh. Mm. Oh, I'm just projecting forward to us having a bit of a party on Saturday night. I'm thinking I need to be a little bit responsible now. I should probably need to stop eating chips. One more. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Oh, I feel like that's enough. Just kind of oofed. I'm just kind of done at the moment. So if I eat my cherry, which was in my old fashioned, and several variations of death on taxes. Oh my god, I love those Luxardo cherries. Okay. A bit of ice in there. So Mrs. Anker has a bit of water for her hot chocolate in the morning. Oh, I know. I think tomorrow night I may continue to explore death and taxes. I have to hit the nail on the head with the right whiskey and the right gin. I may even do one where I use green chartreuse instead of a Benedictine. And maybe even Fernet Branca instead of Benedictine. I think I should maybe do one more with the standard ones and just with a different gin and a different whiskey. And then decide, okay, I now know what my favorite gin and whiskey combo is. And so now I'll mess with the vermouth and herbal element of it. Dr. Abigail, you deserve loving gifts. So I'm completely on board with the idea of showering you with loving gifts. Anyway, look, I'm going to what's out. 7 o'clock. I'm just going to be responsible because we may or may not go off the hook on Saturday night. So I'm going to be comparatively responsible tonight and pull the pin. Tomorrow night's stream will probably be shorter than this. So for Friday night, party night, be pretty tame. It's probably all going to be death and taxes. Look forward to the theme of tomorrow night's stream being death and taxes. And I'm maybe just going to play with the death and taxes cocktail. Oh, you went there. If it's a bukkake party, you get showered with something. Oh, wow, that was a burp, wasn't it? Okay, so I'm going to sign off tonight. We'll be on tomorrow night, but for a comparatively short time in terms of Friday night streams. But Saturday night is when we're planning to do stuff. So we'll see. Saturday night stream should be fun. Tomorrow night, I'm calling it now. Tomorrow night's going to be death. Tonight was death and taxes, but tomorrow night is going to be premeditated death and taxes. So we'll see what happens. Heine, thank you for being here. Thank you all for being here. I'm going to dip out at a relatively responsible time and go to Sleepy Bobos. So I hope you all look after yourselves, and I hope to see you again another time. But